Displacement types. What the heck is that? Displacement, okay, is the key word it's just really going to affect how G-forces move through your body. Have you ever been on a machine, where you stand on it and it feels like a jackhammer, basically? It's like you've barely landed, all right, back on the plate before it's popping you back up again. So it's just like, it's almost like a series of just taps into your body, just popping you, okay? It's not really moving you, moving the G-force on a smooth curve. Instead of a smooth curve as it accelerates and it moves in the amplitude, it just pops straight up to the peak, okay, and drops again. But the issue with that is that the goal with these machines is getting the G-force to be applied smoothly through your body the whole time it accelerates through up to the peak, okay, of the curve. So a lot of these cheaper machines can technically, let's say, reach the same speed, right, as a more expensive machine of, let's say, 25 hertz. But one will be a lot more affordable machine or cheaper machine and will be a lot more expensive, okay? Well, part of that has to do with how the plate's actually moving. You need a lot more amperage, you need a lot more horsepower. It's also the way that the gears are tuned to be able to slowly accelerate and put the G-force. It's more strain on the motor, basically, to keep the acceleration and the G-force all the way through the curve instead of just popping it up straight away. It has to take your weight and requires a lot more force to move you smoothly up and down, but quickly, versus popping up and down. When you pop up and down, it's basically you're still kind of a little bit weightless. You're in an in-between zone before it's already popping you up again, so it has to do a lot less work. So, for example, this is the big difference between those super expensive machines that are shaft-driven, okay, that have a constant shaft that's on the plate that moves it the whole way through, so you have consistent G-force all the way through. Those are kind of the better machines, or the best machines out there, versus belt, which is about 90% of machines out there. That's the real difference between the two. So you want to try to get a machine that's more like a shaft-driven machine. Now there are maybe like 3 or 4 belt-driven machines that will give you that consistent G-force all the way through, like a shaft-driven one, but without having to spend, $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000 for a shaft-driven. But again, it's not just about the specs, it's not just about the speed. You really have to know a lot more about that, the amperage that it's capable of, and again, how the plate actually moves. If it just pops you up, which is also, by the way, very jarring. You can always tell it kind of blurs your vision a little bit too. I don't know if that's even the healthiest thing in the world. A lot of machines, cheaper machines, do that. So give me a call if you have any questions.